What's good, y'all? It's Jay Coffee on the vid, tapping back in with another hip hop blog. So listen, the other day, maybe a week ago or so, we just did a video about how JayZ was battling it out with a photographer. I believe his name was Mannion or whatever. He's the dude that shot the artwork to Reasonable Doubt, and JayZ super heated that he is out here selling merch, artwork, all different kinds of stuff, getting to the bag off that Reasonable Doubt artwork. And Hov was like, yo, you don't own that. Just because you shot that, you don't own that. And it had to go to court, I guess, because when Jay reached out to him and was like, yo, you got to cease and desist making money off my likeness, my image, without my consent. The photographer told him, yo, okay, F you, pay me. And he wanted M's. He wanted a lot of M's. Well, now it's crazy because I'm sure y'all may have seen JayZ and Dame Dash are battling it out over the Reasonable Doubt album because Jay says Dame, he's filed the lawsuit and everything, claiming that Dame is frantically trying to go to different venues and sell it as an NFT. And real quick, y'all, I say this in so many videos, but this whole NFT thing to me just seems wild. It blows my mind that this is working so far. I just don't understand how this will sustain itself. Like how these different digital images, and I guess in this case with Reasonable Doubt, is it the digital image of the art, or is it the album as like the music as well? Like, because audio could be digital too. I don't know. But it's just wild to me in the day of streaming, like physical CDs and stuff went out of style more or less just as a collector's item. Some people will buy them. But now stuff is going to be sold as an NFT as digital stuff. So that's not a physical copy of anything either. Like, I don't know. It just blows my mind that it's working in that this can really translate to dollars. Like, what are they anticipating that someday all of the net will go down and then it will go back? I don't understand. Forgive me, y'all, I'm rambling a little bit, because even if the net went down, that wouldn't really make sense because these are digital. Like, I don't know. But anyways, Jay's going at it with Dame. He's suing him. And, Dame is saying that he owns 1/3 of Rockefeller. That's what's being brought up. That, Dame is claiming that Jay tried to hit him with a Pookie deal. You know what I'm saying? A crackhead deal, and try to offer him like 1.5 million or something like that for his third of Rockefeller, which keeps being brought up in this lawsuit that Dame keeps saying he owns 1/3 of Rockefeller. So if that is indeed the case, how could Dame sell Reasonable Doubt? You feel me? Because if Reasonable Doubt is still Rockefeller property, if you don't own all thirds, how can you make the decision to sell something? I don't know. It's some confusing shit, but I really wonder, man, if JayZ really never liked Dame or something like that, because the way Dame tells it, Jay snaked him, went behind his back. Even now he's talking about what JayZ is doing to him is corporate bullying tactics. That he's an independent and Jay went, corporate sellout and is trying to offer him crackhead deals and then trying to sue him and prevent him from going around and making his own moves. It's wild. And then you see that, what's his name, Biggs and Jay made up, and pretty much everyone else that was involved in Rockefeller is back good with JayZ, except for Dame Dash. He out here all by his lonesome, trying to shake and move, do his thing. But I don't know, man, like Dame Dash, his whole Dame Dash Studios, I was not a fan of that. Like, forgive me, y'all. I know Jay Coffee Talk don't make the most high quality, high epic content or nothing like that. You feel me? I am independent. You know what I'm saying? But the Dame Dash Studios is kind of weak to me. And if anyone ever hears this who has any of their content on there, I'm not trying to dish y'all, but I don't know. I just don't understand really what Dame Dash is trying to do by building his own streaming platform, by selling subscriptions and memberships to people. But he just don't really seem to have the content to go against other streaming platforms. Like, you know what I mean? When there's a lot of streaming that's for free with ads, and I don't know, man. But the way Jay and Dame keep going at it, it almost makes me wonder, like, Is Jay-Z just quiet and Dame Dash did some real greaseball-ish that he's paying him back for? Or did he just never really like him? I don't know. I don't really understand it. But it's just still kind of bugged out to me looking at the way things went with The Rock. Like, I would have never thought that coming up as a hip-hop fan, being heavy into everything Rockefeller was doing, I never would have thought, you know, come what year was it? Like, what, '05, '06, somewhere around there, The Rock would split the way it did and things would get ugly the way it did, and they'd still be here battling it out in court, don't talk to each other still to this day. That is just crazy to me. Y'all let me know what you guys think in the comments. But one more topic I wanted to cover before I close this thing out was this one hip-hop photographer, T. Eric Monroe, who used to work for The Source, said something that I thought was real dope, right? He was telling this story about how back in the heat of the East Coast, West Coast rivalry, which I always look at it as the bad boy, death row rivalry, death row, bad boy beef, you know, not the East Coast, West Coast. But we know the media put their spin on it, and tensions and tempers and different things grew from that point on. But anyways, during the mist of all that, in the thick of it, he went to go do a photo shoot with Run DMC and Snoop. I believe he said this was like 95 or 96. And he said that the energy was kind of feeling a little strange. Some tension was in the air. And Snoop asked him, who were you shooting for? And he said The Source. And he said Snoop told him, yo, fuck The Source. But he went on to do the photo shoot. And you'll see the pictures. I'll feature them in this video. This is the same guy, T. Eric Monroe, that had that Tupac photo that he didn't realize for the longest that Biggie was in the background in the cut. This was hitting the news headlines like crazy. Maybe 4 or 5 months ago, maybe 6 months ago. Y'all may remember that picture is included in this video as well. But peep it, I like this what he said, you know, when he was talking about this experience being in a high tense, high energy situation like that. He was saying that he'd always rather garden and fish than fight. You know what I mean? And by that, obviously he means like garden, plant seeds, you know, network, get out there, you know, fish, learn how to feed yourself. You know the whole, if you teach a man, feed a man, give a man a fish, feed him for a day, teach a man to fish, feed him for a lifetime. You know, like he basically was saying he always had that mindset to go out there and garden and fish rather than fight, but be ready to protect yourself at the same time. And, you know, it's crazy. You can apply a lot of different lessons, you know, from one aspect of life that you may learn in one world. The principles behind it, you can always apply that to just life in general. And basically, you know, if you can always stay calm and steady and stay focused, you can kind of maneuver around through a lot of different situations by always, you know, thinking on that building mentality, like he was saying, gardening and fishing. I don't know. I just like that analogy. Y'all hit the comments and let me know what y'all think. But at like moving like that, but at the same time, you know, standing on your own too, and being ready to speak up for yourself. Like if you can always move like that, you can always prosper and weed out the bull-ish and build and continue to prosper in life. I don't know. So I thought that was interesting. Tap in with your comments on everything we covered in this video, y'all. I'm up out of here, guys. Peace.